Alright, so chapter 3 was all about constructions. So there was a big difference between sketching, drawing, and constructing. So sketching is just a freehand sketch. You only need a pencil. If I'm asking you to draw something, you'll have to measure. You'll need a ruler to measure the length of the sides, protractors to measure angles, and a pencil. If I'm asking you to construct, all you need is a compass and a straight edge. Doesn't have to be a ruler and your pencil. Okay, so if I asked you to copy a segment, you'd have to use that compass, draw a ray with the straight edge so that it's longer than the segment. You'd place the golden circle on point A and measure segment B. So you're just making an arc through point B. Then move your golden circle to the ray, make that same arc. Then there's a point. This is your new segment AB. These segments are congruent. You need to mark that and show that. Okay, if you're copying an angle, you're going to draw a ray with sides longer than the sides of the angle. Place your golden circle on point D, make an arc that touches both sides. Doesn't have to go through the endpoints. Make that same arc on your angle below. Okay, that creates 2 new points. On your original angle, on the new one, you only have 1 point. So if I place my golden circle here at this point, I can make an arc going through my other point. Now move my golden circle to the other point on my other angle, make that same arc. When I connect that back with a ray, these 2 angles are now congruent. Okay, a perpendicular bisector is going to be a line that cuts a segment in half and it forms right angles. So if you want to draw a picture of that, here's my line segment. In blue, here's my perpendicular bisector. Crosses at a right angle, cuts it in half. Those are all the markings you would need to show. Then we have a conjecture. So if a point is on the perpendicular bisector of a segment, then it's equidistant from the endpoints. So if you were to construct a perpendicular bisector of a segment, first just use your straight edge, make the segment. Actually, I'm going to move that more in the middle. Okay, place the golden circle on one of the endpoints. You're going to make a huge arc. It needs to be more than halfway. So that way when you put the golden circle on the other endpoint, it makes that same arc more than halfway. These 2 dots I get to connect with my straight edge. Make that a line. Add in the markings to show that that's a perpendicular bisector. So then we have something called the angle bisector conjecture. So if a point's on the angle bisector, then it's equidistant from the sides of the angle. So if we were to draw an angle bisector here, again, we're going to make an arc that touches both sides of the circle. That creates 2 new points. If I put the golden circle at one point, I'm going to make a nice big arc. Put my golden circle on the other side of the angle, make that same arc. Connect this point back to the vertex. Now it's a ray. This angle has been bisected. I'm going to add in that those angles are congruent then. So we say a polygon is inscribed in a circle if and only if the circle passes through each vertex of a polygon. So you need to construct the perpendicular bisector of each side. So I'm going to start with this side. Okay, so I'm going to put my golden circle on this end, make an arc that's more than halfway. Same on my other end, put the golden circle here, make that arc. If I connect those, there's 1 perpendicular bisector. Have to do the same thing on this side, put my golden circle here. Make a big arc, put my golden circle here, make that same arc. They'll cross. And I need to do that for my third side also. So I'd put my golden circle here, Make an arc that crosses in more than 2 spots. Golden circle here. Okay, so where they cross, this is the center of the triangle. Hopefully yours is actually more in the middle. Mine's not perfect. So now you're going to place your golden circle here in the center of the triangle. Make an arc so that it touches one of those angles. And if you did this correctly, it should go through all the points of the triangle. Then we need to construct a segment with length 2AB plus CD. So go ahead and draw just a really long ray on your paper. Oh, actually, this is your first homework problem, but still, we can talk about it. Place your golden circle on point A, make an arc through B to measure it. So I'll put my golden circle at the end of my ray, make that arc. There's 1 AB. Now I'm going to put my golden circle here. There's 2 AB. Then I'm going to put my golden circle back up here, make an arc through D to measure it. Golden circle here, make that arc. So now this final segment from start to end here has length 2AB plus CD. We can bold it and thicken it to make sure I know exactly which part's the segment. All right, then you should be able to handle the rest of the review.